In this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of taking a pause and what can help you to take this pause. Hi everyone, welcome to Be Strong and Love Yourself, a channel for very strong people. I'm Dasha Bisali and I created this channel to share some information that helped me to become happier. And I want to start with a couple of situations. I encourage you to think about them and maybe recall the time when you were in similar circumstances. Situation number one. Let's say I'm by myself at home, a little bit lonely. And all of a sudden I get a text. Hey, how have you been? Do you want to meet up? And I get excited and I say, yes, let's meet up. And what do you think? 30 minutes later, I'm in Uber going to meet up with someone somewhere. Have you ever been in such type of situation? I've been millions of times. But the interesting part is that once I get into Uber, and I take a pause while I'm getting to this place where I'm going to meet up with this person. All of a sudden, I have this thought in my head. Why am I going there? Do I really want to be there? Is it really good for me? Probably I shouldn't even go there. Or it's kind of late. I should be in bed by that time. And so on and so forth. And when I take this pause in Uber, I realize that I actually shouldn't have accepted this invite. And the problem is that sometimes we get too excited when we get something unexpected. And this is very normal for the brain. And usually when we get unexpected reward, our dopamine level goes up. And dopamine is neurotransmitter, neuromodulator that creates some motivation within us. We get some energy and we want to act. And also when we don't know the result of reward, when it's kind of, I don't know if I win or if I lose, dopamine level can be even higher. So whenever there is something unpredictable, we get more excited and we have more motivation. And that's why people get addicted to gambling, because of this dopamine increase when we don't know if we win or lose. And in general, when we have dopamine and when we are motivated, it's a good thing. This helps us to be productive. The problem is that the reward is not always very good. And we can get excited over the things that can actually harm us. So we just need to keep this in mind and be aware of this type of brain behavior. You can get excited over things that are not good for you. And this excitement can push you into actions that probably you shouldn't take. Situation number two. At some point, I went to the restaurant and I ordered my favorite dessert. They had amazing pineapple cake in this restaurant and I absolutely loved it. But usually I shared it with my girlfriends. And when I go out for lunch or dinner, I never really eat the whole dessert by myself. And I never eat sweets at home. I only eat fruits, or maybe sometimes I add honey to some of my recipes. But I don't eat refined sugar at home. So I only eat desserts when I go out. But that time I was by myself and this dessert was amazing and I kept eating it and eating it. So I ate the whole thing. And when I was walking home, the restaurant was very close, about 7 minutes walk. It felt like I was walking the whole day. I could hardly move my feet. And I wanted to crawl instead of walking. When I got home, I just lay down on my bed. I had so much sugar in my blood and it was so weird to me. My body didn't get used to it, that I just felt really bad. If I took a pause somewhere in the middle of the eating of this cake, I wouldn't finish it. I would realize that, you know what, it's too much. I would feel bad. But because I was just kept eating and eating it, and I didn't take a pause, I actually made myself feel bad. And it's just a small example, but it also shows us the importance of taking a pause. So in life, there are millions of examples like that. Some of them are more critical than others, and some of them are more extreme. Sometimes because of this excitement that we can have, our desires, we can really get ourselves into troubles. And sometimes these are just little things that, they are fine, but if we can avoid them, why not? So how can you avoid these unnecessary actions? You can avoid them by taking a pause, as I said. And I really like the idea of one of my favorite teachers, spiritual teachers, Brother David Stendal Rust. And he says that you need to stop, look, and go. And I will repeat it. Stop, look, and go. What does it mean? When we stop, we take a pause, we have time to look around and also to look inside ourselves and to observe the situation, to understand what's going on. And only after you stop and look, you go. And go in this example means act. So after you stop and look, you can act. If you're just keeping, having a big long pause and never act, it will not get you anywhere either. So it's not a good thing. People need to try to achieve their goals and need to be motivated and need to act. But the question is, what type of action do you take? And did you have time to stop and look in order to take the right action? Now I want to share some ideas how you can take a pause, because sometimes it's hard. We have so many things to do that we just don't know how to stop. And one of the best solutions is, of course, meditation. Something very simple, when you just observe your breath, breathe in, breathe out. I have some meditations on my channel, and there are plenty of different meditations everywhere right now. They are very popular. You can find the one that serves you the best. But the idea is that meditation helps you to slow down, to notice your own thoughts, your own feelings, and to stop just chasing some pleasures, some desires. It can help you to slow down. The other thing to take a pause is to change your focus. What do I mean by that? So for example, if you have some problems in relationships and you don't really know how to solve them, you can for a while take a pause and focus on your work, for example, or your self-development. And on the other hand, if you have problems at work, again, you don't know exactly what to do, you don't have the right answer, you get too confused, then you can switch your focus to your family, for example, and give yourself some time to put together the ideas. And the third, really my favorite option to take a pause is to take a vacation, time off, and just to be in some nice place where you can relax. It is very important. Unfortunately, we cannot do it all the time, but when you feel like you got too much on your plate, it's really nice to take some time off. And also, at the same time, we need to take a pause from too much fun, too much pleasure. It sounds counterintuitive, but sometimes, again, we can get into a situation when we become dopamine slaves, and you're just chasing desires, chasing this fun, and sometimes you just get into troubles because of that, and you just waste your time, because it's very important for happiness to use your potential in full. And if you're just chasing fun, without any stop, how will you be able to use your potential? So too much pleasure is not good either. Try to find the balance between all these things. So now I want to ask you to think about the stories that I shared in the beginning, and think of the similar situations in your life. Think how you can improve your behavior next time by taking a pause. And I hope you will try to practice meditation and taking a pause in general. In the end, I wanted to add that my birthday is coming, and I'm extremely excited. I'm going on vacation, and I'm going to celebrate my 40th birthday with my aunt and my uncle, and I'm extremely happy about it. I was a little bit sad because I'm turning 40, and I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have kids, and this is my biggest dream, to have a husband and kids. And the older I get, I feel like I move further away from this dream. But I'm very, very thankful for my friends and my family, that they make my life so wonderful and amazing. So even though I cannot make my dream come true, no matter how hard I try, I'm still very happy with everything I have. And I will try to take some videos and post them on my YouTube channel. So please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button. Please don't forget to take a pause, take care of yourself, and be strong and love yourself. Love wins always.